As a penis surgeon, just 3 morning foods for rock solid erections without pills after 60. I'm a penis surgeon. For over 30 years, I've listened to men, fathers, grandfathers, husbands quietly share something they were afraid to admit, that their erections weren't what they used to be, and with them, a part of their confidence had slipped away. Now, most expect me to talk about pills or surgery. But here's the twist. Sometimes the first step to stronger, more reliable erections starts with what you eat in the first hour after you wake up. Today, I'll share the 3 morning foods that can help boost blood flow, protect your prostate, and keep you feeling ready, without side effects, without prescriptions. And here's a hint. One of them works on your blood vessels in a way that's surprisingly similar to certain ED medications, but it's completely natural. Be honest with yourself. When was the last time you woke up with a strong morning erection? Not a half-hearted one, but the kind that made you feel alive, confident, ready to take on the day. For many men after 60, those mornings become rare. Erections are softer, intimacy feels more like effort than instinct, and energy fades before lunchtime. It's easy to tell yourself it's just age, that nothing can be done. But here's the truth. These changes are often a warning sign. They can mean blood flow is slowing, arteries are stiffening, or inflammation is building in the prostate. And the scary part? These issues don't just affect the bedroom, they affect your heart, your bladder, your overall vitality. But here's the good news, your body is still capable of change. And sometimes the right foods in the morning can flip the switch, setting the tone for better blood flow, steadier hormones, and stronger erections all day long. I'll never forget a patient named Robert. 68 years old, retired mechanic, hands strong from decades of work. But his voice cracked when he told me, "Doc, I just don't feel like myself anymore." He didn't want pills. He'd seen friends struggle with side effects, and he wanted something natural, something his body could work with. So we started with the simplest change possible, what he ate first thing in the morning. I explained which foods could help open his blood vessels, calm prostate inflammation, and fuel his testosterone. He promised me 3 weeks. When he came back, his handshake was firmer, his eyes brighter. He told me his erections were stronger, his energy steady, and his words, "I feel like a man again." That's the power of the right fuel at the right time. And here's where the science makes it all make sense. So why do these 3 foods make such a difference, especially after 60? It comes down to 3 key things your erections rely on: blood flow, hormone balance, and tissue health. After a night's sleep, your body is dehydrated, your blood is thicker, and circulation is slower. Your first meal is your chance to send a clear signal. Wake up, get moving. Some foods trigger the release of nitric oxide, a natural chemical your body uses to open blood vessels and send blood where it needs to go, including the erectile tissue in your penis. Others calm inflammation, especially around the prostate, which can improve both urination and sexual function. And some help your body hold onto testosterone longer by stabilizing blood sugar and reducing stress hormones. When you put the right combination on your plate in the morning, you're essentially priming your system for better performance all day. And that's exactly what these 3 foods do. Starting with one that works a lot like a certain little blue pill. One, watermelon. This isn't just a sweet summer treat. Watermelon is rich in citrulline, an amino acid your body converts into nitric oxide, the same chemical pathway targeted by certain ED medications. Nitric oxide relaxes and opens blood vessels, allowing more blood to flow into the erectile tissue. Best way to use it? Have a few slices in the morning before heavier foods. You can eat it alone or blend it into a smoothie. And yes, even the pale part near the rind is packed with benefits. 2 oats contain beta-glucans, special fibers that help reduce arterial stiffness and improve overall circulation. They also keep your blood sugar steady, which is key for maintaining healthy testosterone levels. Start your morning with a warm bowl of oats and top it with berries for extra antioxidants. Avoid instant packets loaded with sugar. Go for plain rolled or steel-cut oats instead. 3 walnuts. Walnuts are a powerhouse for men's health. They're rich in arginine, another nitric oxide booster, plus omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation in blood vessels and the prostate. Just a small handful, about 6 to 8 halves, is enough to make a difference over time. Pair them with your oats or keep them as a mid-morning snack. These aren't magic bullets. They work best when they're part of your routine. Think of them like building blocks. Every morning, you give your body what it needs to perform. It gets a little stronger, your circulation gets a little better, and your erections a little firmer. Now, let me tell you about a man who used these exact foods and saw changes he never thought possible. Let me tell you about James, 67, retired school principal. When I first met him, he told me he'd lost that part of himself that made him feel confident as a man. His erections were weak, his energy low, and he'd stopped initiating intimacy altogether. We talked about small, realistic changes. He wasn't going to overhaul his whole life, but he agreed to add 3 simple foods to his breakfast every day: fresh watermelon, a bowl of oats, and a handful of walnuts. 6 weeks later, James walked back into my office looking different. His handshake was stronger, his shoulders straighter. He told me he was waking up with firmer morning erections, had more stamina during the day, and even started dancing with his wife again in the living room, something he hadn't done in years. It wasn't a miracle, it was consistency and giving his body exactly what it needed. Now, before you rush to try this, let's clear up a few common myths that might trip you up. Now, let's be clear. These 3 foods are not a magic pill. They won't reverse years of poor health overnight. And no, eating a slice of watermelon once in a while won't transform your erections. But here's where many men go wrong. They underestimate the power of small, consistent habits. Your body builds itself every single day from the fuel you give it. When you feed it nutrients that improve blood flow, reduce inflammation, and support testosterone, over time, the results can be life-changing. These foods work best when combined with regular movement, good sleep, and a healthy lifestyle. And here's something important. They're safe, natural, and come with benefits far beyond the bedroom for your heart, your brain, and your longevity. So, if you've been skeptical, that's fine. But I'd challenge you to try this for just 7 days and see if you notice the difference. Because once you do, you might not want to stop. So here's the truth. You don't need complicated routines or a cabinet full of pills to start feeling like yourself again. Sometimes it's the simplest changes: a breakfast that fuels your circulation, supports your prostate, and sets your hormones on the right path. That can have the biggest impact. I've seen men in their 60s and 70s regain not just stronger erections, but also the confidence, vitality, and spark they thought were gone forever. So tomorrow morning, make the choice. Watermelon, oats, walnuts. 3 simple foods, but a powerful statement that you're still investing in yourself. And if you want to go even deeper, I've put together a free guide with other science-backed habits for men over 60. You can grab it through the link below. Remember, you're not done yet. Your best years can still be ahead. You just have to give your body a reason to believe it.